What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, I am in my kayak HQ, which is also my landscape HQ, my garden HQ, my fishing HQ, my storage HQ, literally the catch-all, right? I bought this shop whenever I built this house to strictly be so-called man cave, right? But I got crap everywhere. It's nowhere where I want it to be at. It's not even got power, right? So still a long way away, but right now I'm making do with what I got. But fun fact, I was scrolling through Facebook last night and I saw that Georgia Kayak Fishing League has a big river brawl tournament coming up this weekend. And last week, or whenever it was originally advertised, he was only going to do like 3-4 rivers, right? You'll have a north one, a central one, a south one, and then throw another one in the mix. Well, last night he posted all tributaries are open. I'm like, whoa. That's a vague statement, right? So I do a little bit more digging, and pretty much he has opened it up to really any public river in Georgia, if a river is even public, or if a river is not public, if a river is private, whatever, and pretty much just let him know if there's not a river on the list, and he will see if he will approve that river. So I hit up my boy Terrell. I was like, hey man, saw your post. I like the route you're going here. What about the Chesty River? And a few minutes go by, and he's like, yep, that one's good. I go, really? Okay, well, what are the boundaries? And a few minutes go by, he pop up some boundaries, right? Pretty much the whole Chesty River. There's a boundary on this river that I've never even came close to fishing, right? But obviously the cutoff is the Highway 400 bridge. So I was like, okay, game on. So I am in full tournament. I'm super pumped. I am just fired up after I got this message. And I go to look at the weather, and it's going to rain from today, which is Wednesday afternoon, all the way through like next week. But as we know, in Georgia, it could rain today, be sunny tomorrow, then snow the next day. So I'm not really paying attention to the weather app. Now, I will probably the day before. But as of right now, I'm preparing to fish a tournament Saturday, a river tournament, which, as y'all know in my previous videos, I haven't been river fishing in forever. Now, I did take the kids down the Chesty River a few weeks back just to let them get used to it, really to teach my middle son how to float a river, how to operate a kayak in a river. And I did a little bit of fishing, got some monster bites in a certain area, which I'm not going to tell you. And so I'm like, okay, let's do this. I haven't been able to fish a tournament all year. It is literally the 7th month of the year, and I haven't fished a tournament, so it's kind of depressing. So this is going to be my first tournament of the year if I get to fish it due to the weather. So right now, as you see, I got rid of my XTR. I didn't really have a lot of contact on the XTR. Me and my son went out on it a total of 4 times. It's a great platform. It is a cool platform. It's got like extreme bass boat vibes in it, which is really cool. But for me, my age and what I'm trying to do, it's just too big. And it's too bulky and heavy, right? I like to have a boat that I can easily throw and go if I want to go fish the river on it, fish the lake on it, whatever. So I ended up coming up with a NuCanoe Flint. This is if you've never fished one, it's a phenomenal fishing platform, especially for river. That's what it's made for. So I have got to try to throw together what I have to try to make it so-called tournament ready, but I'm going to go super basic. The reason why I got the Flint is because, like I said, I got my son, the Crescent Primo, and I'm going to try to get him used to kayaking, kayak fishing, so on and so forth. I'll eventually come across another, big water boat, if you want to call it that. It'll probably most likely be the Unlimited, or I may even jump back into Pursuit. I know NuCanoe's not going to be making the Pursuit no more, so that may play a factor into my decision, but all in all, it's most likely going to be an Unlimited, maybe E10, not really sure. But anyways, I got to quit talking, and I got to try to figure out what I'm going to do with this rig to make it fish ready or tournament ready. So I'm going to take y'all along with me and see what I can come up with in this mess of a shop, guys. So let's go. All right, guys, so right now, literally, it's just a bunch of junk sitting on this Flint, right? I thought about taking the Primo But I've actually got the anchor wizard already rigged up on the Flint with a drag chain. So I'm gonna go with the Flint. I know the Flint. I've had numerous Flints. I know how it fishes. I know what I can do with it. I know where I can take it. So going with the Flint. The goal for this tournament is, or really my game plan is, put in, paddle upstream. Okay. I have one vehicle. I'm not doing a long float. I ain't got the time for all that. So I'm pretty much gonna drop in and then I'm gonna go upstream, right? So I got to be super light, super basic, and pretty much just enough to get me by, right? So paddle, check, okay? Got a bending branches angler ace, got that on there. I got my boomstick, which I'm probably not going to take my boomstick for video, because obviously I'm going to take y'all with me, right? I'm going to run just a little pan fisher. I don't have my front pod. My previous Flint that I had, it had that original kind of front storage that they came out with. That's not out no more. I may be able to get a front pod, gear pod from Festive, down the road, but not sure if I want to do that yet, so I'm going to hold. Like I said, I'm going super basic. So I got my paddle, obviously got my PFD, that's a given, right? I got my drag chain hooked up on my anchor wizard. I pretty much just have the anchor wizard mounted on the floor track, okay? And I have just a line running literally through my seat and out the back hole of a new canoe, right? Because new canoes always have that back hole, right? Right now I have two 14-inch log chains. I'm sure you can't see that. Log chains attached to it. I think that may be a little bit too heavy, but depending on how the water's flowing, I may even need to put another one on there if I can find my other one. But right now, I'm really got to focus on tackle and rods. Like I said, got to be super light, so I think I'm going to roll with 3, maybe 4 rods. I'll have a finesse rod, 100%. I'll have topwater rod. I will have another bait caster with a Texas rig, okay? And then I think that's gonna be, I may throw a swim bait. Okay, I need to have a heavy rod for a swim bait, but also if I want to throw a jig or something, I gotta have a jackhammer. Come on now. So all right, let me lay this out here. This is just a mess. I hate messes. Texas rig, check. Finesse, open face, check. Jackhammer, key, jackhammer, check. So that's 3 right there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, I gotta make a decision here. Should I go top water or should I go swim bait? So my swim bait's a heavy. My top water is medium heavy. But, pump the brakes a minute. What I can do is I can eliminate the heavy, just go with another medium heavy, okay? And if I want to switch out to a bigger swim bait like a bluegill swim bait, I can throw it on a medium heavy. Bullshad swim bait on medium heavy. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yeah, there's my 4 rods, all right? So I have 3 bait casters. I got a top water, got my Texas rig / heavier bait, maybe a jig. Jackhammer, which I could throw a jig on jackhammer. And then obviously my finesse for all my shaky head, my crawls, my Ned rigs, everything I know how that river fishes. All right, so 4 rods. I got 4 flush mounts in the Flint, but I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to take my black pack or not. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Yeah. Huh? Yes, you can say hey. Little one wants to say hey. Say hey.
Hello.
Ah. Say hey. You need anything, bud? You good?
I want grapes, but I can't reach them.
I'll be in there in just a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, so like I was saying, I got to figure out if I'm going to do a black pack, okay? I have my son's 13 by 13. I can take if I want to, but the problem is I have the big Bass Mafia boxes, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to take my 13 by 16. I know I'm probably not going to need this much tackle, but I need to run with it just in case. God, that's a lot of weight I don't need. That's up in the air. Not sure if I'm going to run that yet. I don't need it for rod storage because I have 4 flush mount rod tubes, and then I have vertical where I can slide 2 rods up front. So I don't need the rod storage. I just need to probably just take a tackle bag with my tackle boxes. So like I said, trying to be super, super light. I know the terrain that I have to get down to the river, and I don't, that's bad news right there. All right, so I can take that. But if I have a black pack, I may have to go get a gear pod. All right, so right now I have my ready pack. All right, just in case. Got my drag chain. Flush mount rod holder is going to have 4 rods. Okay, tackle boxes are still up in the air. I at least need 3, maybe 4. So I'm going to set that back here. All right. I got my PFD, got my paddle, pliers just in case, a couple scupper plugs, got my panfish for y'all where y'all can watch me on my crazy adventure. So now, soft plastics. All right, I'm a big soft plastics guy. So I usually have a big soft plastics like kind of tote. It's actually a fly rod or a fly reel bag, but I took it all the dividers and made soft plastics. So obviously I don't need all the soft plastics, right? So I got to limit it down. I got about 50 billion Bassmaster soft plastic bags. So I'll probably, let's see, I know I got something somewhere. There we go, right here. So I'm gonna carry limited soft plastics in here, okay? I'll just throw them up front. Oh, key thing, catch board. Catch board, where's my catch board at? There she is right there. All right, so got my catch board. All right, so I think I have everything I need on here at the moment, okay? So now I gotta organize all this stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of time, I'm gonna get it all organized, get it all laid out, and then I will pop back into this video and show y'all kind of how I got it laid out. Sound like a plan? Sound like a plan? Let's go. All right, guys, so I think I have everything figured out. Let me get you all adjusted here. It ain't gonna work fully. But I think I have everything figured out if I'm able to fish that tournament this weekend. First things first, I got my rods. Like I already said, I got a topwater rod. I got a jackhammer rod. I can also throw something else on this if I'm feeling froggy. Hint, hint. I really need a heavy for that, but I'm gonna try to make it work. My money maker, my finesse rod. Then I also got a Texas rig that I can throw, a swim bait on as well. Again, it needs to be a heavy, but you know what? I'm running with it. All right. I got my paddle, Benny Branch's paddle. Got my catch board. If you are familiar with the Flint, originally when the Flint came out, we were still using hog troughs. Okay. And they made a channel in the front for your hog trough to sit nice and flush. Well, the catch board doesn't fit fully into that channel. So I kind of got it tilted just a little bit, but it's up under the bungee, so it'll stay. I got my Panfish Pro, so I can take y'all along with me. I'm able to, whenever I'm wading in the river, I'll be able to spin around. You can see kind of what I'm fishing. I got my ankle weights already hooked up with my drag chain, 2 14-inch log chains on it. I may need to add another one depending on. I'm just going to really base that on the weather. So I've limited all my soft plastics in this one bag. I'm still running quite heavy on the soft plastics, but I'd rather have more than not enough. Also, I got a little bag just with my line. Obviously in the river, you're gonna break your line constantly, so I gotta keep that in there. Just to be on the safe side, got some pliers, got my PFD, obviously gotta have this along with my Rogue phone tether that's in my pocket, and a knife. Anchor was already set. And then what I did with my tackle, guys, I like to carry a lot of tackle on the water, just to be on the safe side, like I said. But I've limited it to 2 tackle boxes, 2 3700 size. In the clear one, the old Plano one, I got swim baits, top waters. I have jigs, jackhammers, frogs, and a few more little moving baits. And then I have my terminal tackle, which in here I have all my terminal tackle from hooks, weights, fish head spins, tail spinners. I have literally the works in here. So I'm only running with that. If I run out of this, or if my luck, their fish are going to be biting on something I don't have, so we'll see how it goes. But I just got this in a little Plano waterproof bag. So what I can do, obviously it's waterproof. I can cinch it down, buckle it up, and I'm just going to throw it back here in the tank well. And then for rod storage, what I'll do is I'll just run my flush mounts and then my front 2. Again, I only have 4 rods, so they can all fit in the flush mount. But as you know, in the river, you got low-hanging trees, so I can run some of the sides if I have to, run them in between the legs. But like I said, guys, I'm going bare, basic as can be for a tournament. I'm really going on a limb and a prayer for this weekend. So fingers crossed we'll make it happen. I'm getting a conference call right now, so I'm gonna swipe off that. I'm still going. Yep. So anyways, guys, so that's kind of how I have it all laid out. I'll go in a little bit more detail, kind of do a little pan over right here at the end of the video. But anyways, guys, wish me luck. I'm hoping the weather holds off for this weekend. That would be awesome if we could pull it all together and make it happen. But it all depends on what Mother Nature does. But anyways, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, let me know. Wish me luck in the comments, because I'm definitely going to need it. I'm hoping Mother Nature holds off so I can actually get out there, fish a little bit, and really just, get back to nature, get back to what I love doing, that's river fishing. But anyways, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, let me know in the comment section below, along with wishing me luck, like I said. And guys, as always, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Stay classy, stay tuned. I got another video uploading this week of me and Grayson fishing out in the pond. And I'm trying to, flow in some more good content coming in. I got another cool thing up my sleeve, but I'll share that with you whenever it happens, guys. So stay classy, stay tuned. Deuces.